So my opinion on AFA, it's recyclable trash. It's bad, but can be improved. Reason being is that it's been quite some time since the last AFA due to certain incidences. The management probably didn't expect much people to come, but as from what we know is that when I left the convention at 3 o'clock, there were a lot of people still trying to buy the ticket, some still trying to redeem. There was even a queue just for the entry into the convention at 3 o'clock. Another thing is that they probably couldn't get as many overseas stores and overseas cosplayers to come, which is why there weren't many variety and many quote-unquote professional cosplayers around. The crowd control was decent at most. The queues were very confusing. There were people trying to queue up for things that they are not supposed to be there for. And my friends and I, we have been in that situation countless of times today. Another thing is that the ticket pricing was not worth, especially if you get the stage pass as well, because in the end, anyone with a entrance pass can just go to the stage. So what's the point of forking out extra money for the stage pass itself? Another thing is that when you're at the stage, the audio was quite bad, especially when they were singing, because the bass was very heavy. Someone mixed the audio pretty badly. So in then half of the time you're just hearing the bass, you don't really hear the vocals aren't hitting at all, which kind of is dirty, for these singers. But aside from all the bad things, let me talk about the good things, is that there's friendly stuff, and also the security is quite decent. I feel kind of safe, like if I see a cosplayer with a chainsaw, at least I know it's not a real chainsaw. Unless you're telling me the real chainsaw goes through that guy's head. Chainsaw man. There's also a decent amount of booths to visit, despite the fact that there weren't much variety though. Another thing is that there's a lot of male anyas. So many. It's insane. Also, another thing is that there were a lot of cosplayers, and also VTuber cosplays. It was insane. I see a lot of Neji Sanji cosplayers. Maybe tomorrow you'll see more Hololive cosplayers, because tomorrow is the Hololive event itself. E-payment, because now they allow PayNow, PayLah, all those. So for those people who like to travel without their wallets and only with their phone, like me, it's good. But of course there are certain places that only allow cash, so do prepare to ask strangers to give you some cash so that you can just transfer them through iBanking or something. And the last good thing is wristband, which is something that I'll talk more about later. It's a little bit of a good and a bad thing, I guess. So for the food and drinks, they were bad. They were expensive, quite tasteless, and also I need to cleanse my palate after this. I'm still cleansing my palate. It's so bad. The merchandise was pretty meh. It was oversaturated with Spy Family merch, and also the Lucky Bag scam was on a whole new level. Why? Because the Lucky Bag, they essentially guarantee you to 3 to 6 merchandise, but the problem is they didn't really specify the merchandise itself. So, one of my friend, he bought the bag. I actually bought with him because there was a quote-unquote promotion where you buy 2 get 1 free. Now I know why. One bag cost $30 by the way. We bought the bag. My friend only got 2 merchandise, but because one of his merchandise is a set of 3 badges, they count it as 4 merchandise. That's what the staff told my friend. So both of us got pretty pissed. It was a scam on a whole new level, but I do understand a marketing scheme. Think about it. You buy one big bag, everyone looks at you like, oh damn, you got a big bag, means inside there's probably a lot of things, but in fact, there's not a lot of things. So those people will then come and try to buy the bags. But of course the smart ones will take the bag, shake it about, and at least they will know that it's a scam. But those who thought there will be a lot of things inside, good luck to them. So what can be improved or try to, or maybe the management already thought about it, is that they should take advantage of the wristband, especially the e-payment, and also maybe introducing more items that can be redeemed by AFA points. So e-payment basically just tap and then you top up at like certain machines. At least it will make it more convenient for the booths themselves, easier to manage things. For more items is that the only things you can redeem using AFA points is that taking pictures with cosplayers, which the picture quality is trash. Even a Nokia phone can take better pictures than that. Another thing is the claw machine, which I think is still less scummy than the Lucky Bags. And also the third thing is you can upgrade your tickets to, I think, a VIP pass if I remember correctly, which I think that's the most worth, but I'm not so sure about the VIP pass itself, what it guarantees you of. Another thing that can be improved is get rid of the Lucky Bags, or either that, be more stringent, enforce stringent rules on the Lucky Bags. If not, this is really just a scam to scam people of their money. My entire session from 10 to 3 o'clock at the AFA, I see quite a few streamers actually. But the problem is, I think some of these streamers are Facebook streamers, and unless they are really like distinguished figures in the community itself, you're not going to really promote much, which I highly do recommend is try to include some cosplayers inside, have some professional cosplayers come by to the stream so that to promote and have more prominent figures in the community, I guess, to do some streaming, or at least teach them the basics of streaming, and then they can do a bit of streaming here and there. There's Twitch. Facebook is not everything. There's also Twitch that can be streamed on. There's also YouTube. Another thing is include more drink stores, because 2 drink stores is not enough, and this 2 is a quote-unquote kind of thing, because one sells a very expensive watermelon milk juice for $8. You only get this 350 ml cup, and another store is selling latte, which is coffee, and I'm pretty sure there's certain people that can't drink coffee or caffeine at all. And for the clock control portion, I think they probably thought of it, and hopefully they to implement it, is to have ply card signs instead of relying on manpower, because I think the manpower is not enough to really guide the people to the right place, to the right time or whatever. So for the stage pass, shouldn't only the stage pass people go to the stage? Because from what I see is anyone can go to the stage, because it's not cordoned off, there's no security whatsoever, there's no staff. So there's something they definitely have to think about what they want to really do with it. And the last thing, include bento stores. Because the food stores, we only have a katsu store, we have a don store, and we have like a fried food snack store. And that's not a lot really, because for me, I spent $25 on the taiyaki, on the latte, and also on the katsu. 1 hour later, I'm hungry. So yeah, that's really more or less my opinion on AFA for day 1. I was only there from 10 to 3 o'clock. I didn't purchase the night ticket, so I really can't say much. I can only say on what I've experienced from 10 to 3 o'clock, from the opening towards the so-called. And if you're planning on going to AFA, good luck. If you're thinking of buying a ticket, you might want to buy the exhibition ticket only, because the stage ticket is pointless, honestly speaking. So that's about it from me. Enjoy your day.